concerned citizens. A new day has dawned in which the people may vote directly on issues through the benefits of modern technology. History is looking up for America when we can vote directly on issues through electronic voting, and this will save us from too much direct rule by politicians. Think what a relief it will be to have some direct decisions on big issues made by the people, instead of being made by Sicilian politicians who are on political vendettas that often go on for years and years over divisive issues. We do not have to abolish the present system of going to the polls. People can still go to the polls if they wish to use a horse and buggy method. If older people are comfortable with the horse and buggy method, they can go to the polls. But we must add to the polls electronic voting so people can pick up a cell phone or go to the internet and vote. They would save time, vote online. And there is no reason why we cannot simply add this to a polling day, so that at the end of, say, 24 to 48 hours, we would know how the nation voted on some big issues. I do not think we can underestimate the efficiency and encouragement to voting it would be to be able to do it electronically and not take special trips to vote. Direct voting by people on issues can save time, can save money, save you a trip to the polls, and it eliminates a great deal of the more offensive things about politics. The decision made by the people is not a decision made in the back room by politicians, or a compromise drawn together by unsteady politicians with no backbone. Our state government will profit by direct voting on issues. Let me give you an example. One senator remarked to me that he could not get what he wanted in on the government program of the state that he was in. This was a state senator. And in order to get what he wanted, which was a very needed bridge to new industry in a town, he had to work this out himself, and the way you work it out in Washington and in many state capitals is the basic rule of politics: you scratch my back, I scratch yours. So he had to begin going around to different state senators and find out what they wanted in return to vote what he wanted. By the time it was over, in order to get his bridge in one county, he had the requests of over 60 other counties that had, where the senators, in order to vote for him, had put in requests. One county had a senator who said his county didn't need anything, but he wanted a paved road to his fish pond. All right. There is where we have an excess It shows the weakness of politicians. Direct vote by the people would have been so much better. It will not only be an emotional relief, it will be economic relief. Very often to have direct decisions by the people on issues. Remember, in a recent congressional bill, there were 6,000 earmarks to get it passed. 6,000. We can think about how much earmarking and how much pork can be avoided by direct voting on issues by the people. Now, of course, the people will not vote on every issue because it would picayune them to death. But on big issues that are going to affect their lives, the people need to vote. Let us look at a situation where the politicians, not having the ability to appeal to the people, have just put off and off and off an issue. Immigration has been put off by the politicians for years. It would have been so much better because the people will vote on it. It would then be a decision everyone would honor, and we would then have a more streamlined and economic government. I am convinced that the quality of government furnished by politicians for the last generation or more has been so poor. You do not doubt this. Look at the mess we are in so many areas. The government by politicians has been so poor that I think it providential that voting by the people has now been made possible. And direct voting by the people on some big issues can save the politicians from themselves and save the country from politicians.